Hello, my name is Granny, and I'm very proud of the Moose Hide campaign.
I am the Great Warrior Buffalo, and I stand with the Moose Hide campaign. Well, I've been a puppeteer for 26 years, but I started off when I was a child. When I was a kid, The Muppet Show was the biggest thing on television. And then Fraggle Rock came out after that. Back then, we only had, like 2 channels on the reservation. There was CBC was one of them. And on CBC, they couldn't afford all these fancy cartoons that you would see on Netflix or on Disney Plus. All you would see is, puppet shows. That's all they can afford back then. So there was, Mr. Dress Up and The Friendly Giant and Fred Penner. And then the big main event on that morning was always Sesame Street. We didn't go to daycare. We went to Granny's house and we would watch all those puppet shows. She lived on top of the hill of Tsuut'ina, and you could see the entire city of Calgary. And I used to think that Sesame Street was downtown Calgary. And I always wanted to go down there and see Cookie Monster and Big Bird. But my mom told me that, if I write a letter to Santa Claus, he'll bring me all the Muppet characters. So I didn't know how to write at that time, but I drew pictures of Kermit and Miss Piggy and Fozzie Bear. And then one Christmas morning, I got all the puppets. And then from there, I was hooked, as old as I am, Kermit the Frog is still with me, to this day.
Hi there, I'm Kermit the Frog here, from Frog Lake.
Puppets have told stories from the beginning of time, especially with our people. A long time ago, we'd have dolls, and you'll tell stories with them. So puppetry has been around from the beginning of time with our people. Laughter is always good medicine, not just with my culture, but all cultures. And using puppets, I have a variety of characters. And the characters that I have are actually people who are on my reserve or people that I know. And, the best thing in comedy is always we laugh at ourselves.
Oh, who, me? Working with DerRic. As long as the check clears, it's fine.
At the beginning of my career, I wanted to go right to Sesame Street, and the Jim Henson Company, right away, But it didn't work that way, you have to go to film school, you got to take acting lessons. With puppetry, there's no classes at all, that will teach you how to do puppetry in television. In the area here in Calgary or wherever I lived, I had to learn on my own. And then so I had to learn a lot by myself with the camera and the mirror and whatnot. But I was lucky after film school that we had APTN, the Aboriginal Peoples Television Network, that I got used to the camera and learning how to do puppetry that way.
Oh, being a favorite part? Well, let's see. Being Febrezed every day. Let's see. I enjoy the dry cleaning. It's a lot of fun. But mostly the girls like to hug you and kiss you.
But when it comes to story time, I'll just do something off of the Tricksters or something that is in our culture with the Blackfoot people or the Dene people. Teaching kids with puppets, about our culture and our language. When I do schools, I do mostly workshops about anti-bullying. Don't listen to the bullies. If it's happening to you, being bullied at school, you got to tell your teachers or your mother or your dad, and let them know what's going on. When you're at school, nobody should put their hands on you whatsoever. You should be safe when you're going to school. Following your dreams, and not just with children, but, teenagers and adults as well, that, it's never too late to, follow your dream. My granny always told me that, it doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you're on the earth, dreams can still come true. And if you have a dream when you're older, pass it on to your children, and, dreams will make its way in the universe somehow.
The Moose Hide campaign is good medicine.